Morning to you. It is 8:02 on a Monday morning. I'm here in the studio, rise and shine. Just like I said, I would be. I'm a couple of minutes late, but that's because I had to go do the TV hits. And of course, through the next couple of minutes, we'll be doing some coffee talk. We'll be doing some TV hits and all that fun stuff. But before anything else, good morning. It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock ish. This is Coffee Talk. We meet up 7 days a week in the mornings to chat and see what's doing in terms of the forecast. Let's take a live look outside. I just showed this tower cam just a moment ago. It's a beautiful shot. This is a shot from Brevard County, Melbourne. Let's see what's doing there. Head up to the Kennedy Space Center. See what's doing. It's a gorgeous, look how pretty that is, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's head to New Smyrna Beach in Volusia County, see what's doing. A couple of people out going for a walk. That's not too bad. Let's head over to Daytona Beach, see what's doing. Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Blue sky. Mix of clouds in there too. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I like it. I like it on a morning. Oh yeah. All right, let's head up to Daytona Beach. Nope, that is Daytona Beach. All right, let's head inland to Orlando International Airport, see what's... Oh my God, come on. Seriously, look at this shot from Orlando Airport.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's stunning. Isn't that nice?
The bright line, passing by the tower.
Passing by the tower on the bright line, flying in. I'm watching. I don't know how to route that.
The chopper?
Yeah.
They're heading to a crash.
What do you know what REM that is?
Like on my...
Yeah.
It says cam chopper.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I have no idea what button. The traffic chopper, we were just looking at the traffic chopper is beautiful. All right, let's head over, see what's doing. Downtown Orlando tower cam there, looking nice. We'll head to the West 2 Studios tower cam, looking good. Traffic not looking bad either. Lake Eola looking good. World Center, we'll head out to the tourist district, looking good. And last but not least, Tavares. We'll head out west, see what it's doing. Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. So good morning to you. It's Monday. We've made it. Nice, quiet start to the day. Let's take a look at first warning live Doppler radar. Nothing showing up this morning. That's great stuff. Temperatures out the door, 75 in Orlando, 73 in Leesburg, 72 degrees in the Villages. So we're looking good. We're feeling good. Forecast today does bring those temperatures up. We'll make it up to about 92 degrees this afternoon, and we'll go to a 70% coverage. Oh, excuse me. A 70% coverage of showers and thunder showers. So there you go. Not too bad at all, I'd say, right? Pat, good morning. Deborah, good morning to you. Tavares will always be your favorite cam, Laura says. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a beautiful camera. Carla, good morning to you. Beth, Nancy, John, good morning, everybody. All right, so we know it's beautiful, but we also know that we've got those thunderstorms in the forecast today. So what's going on? Why the opportunity for so much more rain than we've seen in the last few days? Let me show you our satellite and radar. And I think that this actually does a really good job of showing the story. There's a bunch of moisture over South Florida that's lifting up to the north. And as it does so, it's going to help us out. So it's not even just today, frankly. Look at the rain chances the next couple of days. 70% coverage today, 70% coverage tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. And we've even got the setup in play today that we could see some of these storms getting a little feisty. All right. On the scale of 1 through 5, which is what the Storm Prediction Center puts out, today for Central Florida, we're under a level 1 risk for strong to severe storms, meaning that because we've got the heat energy, we've got the cold air upstairs, storms that do get fired up could get a little stronger. Damaging straight line winds and hail are going to be our biggest concern. So just something to keep in mind as we navigate the day today. Of course, we need to check out the Futurecast model data and the such. Mickey says that will definitely help the deficit for sure. Yes, it will. As a matter of fact, take a look at our Futurecast model, and I'm just going to take this through like 10 o'clock on Wednesday. There are some areas, according to Futurecast, that are going to get some very heavy rainfall. The metro off to the east, as a matter of fact. You see those darker, almost brownish colors? That's the Doppler, or excuse me, that's Futurecast saying 5 to 8 inches of rain. Now, granted, this is the next couple of days, but it gives you an idea that the models are wanting to go a little bonkers in terms of rainfall. So, hey, that's not too bad. Here's why. Because we've got this old frontal boundary north of us kind of squeezing out the atmosphere just a little bit. So notice there's our Tuesday, Wednesday staying stormy, Thursday staying stormy. So yeah, we've got that opportunity the next couple of days. So in terms of the forecast then, Let's take a look and see kind of hour by hour how things are with our Futurecast model. All right, this morning I think it's doing a great job of showing the offshore showers, but keeping us nice and quiet. I'll bring it full screen for you. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock, we're good. Just thereafter, though, notice by 2 o'clock, we're starting to see some more storms bubbling up. 3:30, 4 o'clock, storms bubbling up. 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock, widespread thunderstorms around central Florida. That's going to be about the time frame that we've got the opportunity to get some nasty stuff, all right? And then from there, 7 o'clock, widespread storms, particularly east of the metro. 8, 9 o'clock, kind of clearing little by little. 10, 11 o'clock, clearing little by little. And of course, we'll be able to reset things. So for today, let's just kind of get to the forecast, okay? Today, widespread afternoon thunderstorms, a 70% coverage of rain, highs in the upper 80s and the lower 90s, all right? Not too bad for us tonight. Happy to say that once the storms come to an end, which will be late, we'll go partly cloudy, temperatures falling into the 70s. And then for tomorrow, we like this pattern so much, we're going to do it all over again. Another sunny start, but another afternoon with widespread shower and thunderstorm activity. All right? All right, so that's where we're at. I'm going to take a minute. I need my coffee. Y'all are tiring me out already. While I'm talking, I'm just going to pop this up. I wish I was at Disney today. It's not that I don't love working, I just would love to be out playing. All right. All right, hi, good morning. Let's see what y'all are talking about today. Let's see here. Rain is so needed. It is definitely so needed. My tailgate starts at 3 in the Steinbrenner lot. What's going on today, Shauna? What are you doing? It's going to rain, Jeannie says. Yes, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. It's going to be a stormy afternoon. Carla, good morning to you. Good morning. How are ya? Oh boy, looking bad for Daytona storms. Yeah, we're going to have some storms. Audra caught my Aerosmith tribute concert. Yeah, we did that. We did that. Yeah, here, I'll show you today's coverage of storms just for fun. Just for a little bit of fun. High coverage of storms today. What about tomorrow? Here's tomorrow's coverage of storms. It's a high coverage both today and tomorrow. There's a little orange spot over us in Southwest Marion. Yeah, a friend asked why Bellevue is not on the map anymore. We haven't changed any map. So if you saw it on a map, I don't know. Here's the thing. Our maps auto-populate. So like that's our live radar. We don't choose what shows up. Once we zoom in, it also auto-populates stuff. So I could tell you Bellevue's there. It's just when does it pop up, right? It all has to do with population centers and clutter. It's all about the clutter. So Bellevue is no more or less there, at least on our maps, than it ever has been. A friend asked Judy. I'm just teasing you. Let's see here, cleaning up for the weekend. Hey, very fun. I like that. This is not good news for me. My Melbourne yard already has standing water in it. Oh dear, Jan. Let's hope that that's not the case. Let's just hope that the stuff that does fire up will fire up inland, I guess, right? You don't need any more rainfall, that's for sure. Kathy says no yawning. Listen, I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. The coffee's the only thing that's keeping me upright at all. Shauna's heading to the Bucks-Eagles game. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, there is a Bucks-Eagles. I guess I should do a forecast for it, huh? Mike says, high here will be 81 working a fresco today. I would too. Look, if they'd let me take the studio outside, I would absolutely go do that. I love rainy days. I do too. I'm supposed to drive my vet and homecoming parade in Sanford on Thursday at 5. Any feel for that time? Brian, I would say that at the moment, it's looking stormy. We'll have to fine tune the timing. It's a little early for that, but yeah, we'll have to fine tune that. A yawn is a silent scream for coffee. Oh my God, yes. Campeche. Campeche. Sidebar, they made it a drinking game. Every time I say the Bay of or just Campeche,
What's in your guys' coffee?
you have to take a drink. Mine is not.
And today's just a Monday, you know,
Is it would you say that it's a Monday of Mondays?
it's a Monday of Mondays.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's why Monday exists. Monday's supposed to exist.
Yeah.
Because in life, right? You can't have your highs if you don't have your Mondays.
100%.
You like that, Pat? I wouldn't say I'm a philosopher. I would just say that.
That's why I like the forecast. I mean, like rainy vibe.
Oh, totally.
Afternoon
You have a
nap.
BS in philosophy.
I had no meteorology. Enter Pat, engineer Pat. Meteorology, but the BS in meteorology does translate the same exact way. Oh man. All right. So, by the way, we will talk tropics in a little bit because we're in the studio. Just so that you know, I've got 3 back-to-back weather hits coming up, so I can't do I can't get in as deep as I want in the tropics until about 8:32. Just so that you know, I've got local weather, today's show hit, local weather, and then we can talk tropics. So just so that you know, I'm not ignoring you or anything like that. Mike says though, can't experience the rainbow without the rain. It's so true. In life, you can't have your highs if you don't have your Mondays. I needed this stitched. Oh my God, Cindy. Cindy's gonna get that stitched in a pillow. In life, you can't have your highs if you don't have your Mondays. I need these.
Peaks and valleys.
Peaks and valleys. That's so true.
But we are so lucky to work here. It's not the job. We always say, like, whenever we work together, we always say we love going to work.
Oh,
like,
100%.
genuinely.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy going to work too, because it makes it so much better.
It makes it so much better. I think that for people that love their jobs, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because I know so many people that hate their job. So many of my
It's more
friends.
common to hate your job
Yeah.
than to love your job.
I have a friend who just moved back from California to Central Florida. He's working at Buc-ee's. Dude loves his job. He was out there.
Buc-ee's pays.
They do. Y'all, have you seen? You've been to Buc-ee's?
Yeah, I lived in Alabama.
Okay. At least the one in Daytona Beach has like a little placard outside, and it's like, if you want to work here, here's exactly what we pay. And I'm looking over there, and I'm like,
General managers make like $250,000, I think it is.
general manager at Buc-ee makes a lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and they're gonna open that one.
Ocala?
Along I-75.
Yeah, in Ocala, near Ocala.
That would be good. I feel like that's a major,
Yeah, oh yeah.
a good place to have one.
I like the fact that they take good care of people, and they pay their employees. Like,
And they're efficient. They're like a Chick-fil-A. They don't get enough recognition for how efficient they are.
100%. It's like a Walmart of everything, except it like I don't know. I feel like people in Walmart are not as excited to be in Walmart.
Yeah.
But it's as size wise and like it is that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Buc-ee's is nuts. We always stop. I love Buc-ee's. Oh my God. They pay very well at Buc-ee's. I just want a store discount. Right? Have you had?
Everything's already kind of cheap there.
It's pretty reasonably priced. Their
They have
barbecue.
the cheapest gas always.
Yep.
The
Their barbecue is outstanding. And their pecans. Have you had those?
yeah.
Holy.
all their nuts.
Oh
their
my
taffies.
God.
I like the candies. The taffies.
Yeah.
The sour belts.
Oh my God.
I don't really like the beaver nuggets though. Everyone talks about those.
What is a beaver nugget? Like actual beaver meat?
No, it's like it's kind of like a corn pop.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you.
They're asking
That's
where
like-
from Alabama is she from? You're not originally from
No,
Alabama.
I worked in Mobile.
She worked in Mobile, Alabama.
So there's one along I-10.
All right, hold on. To be continued. We got to go do weather. Let's go to the Chroma Key today. Let's go have a field trip, everybody. I've never been to a Buc-ee's. Oh, Destiny, you need to go to a Buc-ee's. All right, hold on. Let's do some weather. Oh, we've got time. Ping got excited. Hold on a second. We're live, just so that you know. Thank you. Engineer Pat's fixing things in the studio. He's the man. We don't let his head get too big, but he's the man. Judy, you've never heard of Buc-ee's? What?
In Florida, we see those flamingos quite regularly, especially, we start thinking about them as that kind of warm side, Eric. And we went from fall over the weekend and now back to summer like temperatures today.
It's fake fall. We'll have about 7 more of them. Don't worry. We just had our first, and at least we got the taste of it, right? It wasn't too bad. Now we're watching some clouds over top. It's a beautiful morning here in Tavares on our Tower Cam network. Temperature-wise, sitting in the mid-70s there. Mid-70s in Orlando. It's 72 in the Villages. 70 degrees in Palm Coast. Mid-70s back up and down the shoreline. Our first morning live Doppler radar did have some rain earlier across much of town. That's quieted out. And now just some thunderstorm action well off the shoreline of Volusia County. But watching the wider review, you can see that rain fading as it moves into our area. We had some real stable atmosphere. So as the rain moved in, it faded, but that overall trend of moistening things up, that's continuing. You can see it in the clouds over top of us. So it's going to allow destabilization of the atmosphere. And once we really start to heat things up, it's going to be like that. We'll fire up and it will seem like a summer's day. 86 by 11 o'clock. 91 by 1 p.m., 92 today, our 3 o'clock temperature. And look at the thunderstorm coverage, 60, even 70% today. There's going to be plenty of rain. Even some stronger storms possible, and I would say that we'll even keep the storms around past sunset tonight. So bath time may be one of those stormy ones. So parents, just keep that in mind. Here's a look at Futurecast, 11, 12 o'clock. We're great, but we see some clouds around. Then by 2 o'clock, we're bubbling up some showers. Even some thunder showers, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. There's that sea breeze collision getting the stronger storms fired up and then gradually pushing everything off to the east. But notice some of those are going to be nasty. So particularly the metro off to the east, we've got some feisty stuff around, all right? That said, Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast showing widespread thunderstorms today, tomorrow, and really the next couple of days, a 70% coverage. But here's the interesting thing. Notice the temperatures. Today and tomorrow we're in the 90s. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're back into the 80s. A wind shift is going to do just enough to make that adjustment. Either way, though, for now, the tropics not a threat to us in Central Florida. We just have our own local thunderstorms to track. All right, that's a quick check of the forecast. Let's get a look at the roads. Megan, good morning.
Good morning. There are a couple of traffic issues this morning if you're heading out right now.
Okay, so not that you would have noticed, but fun fact, I hit the wrong button on the clicker there, and I went to the 7-day forecast with like 45 seconds left. Usually we do that with like 20 seconds left, so definitely had to do a little song and dance on the 7-day. Definitely messed that one up. Good times. I totally skipped all my actual tropics graphics. Oh, man. All right. Who hadn't heard of a Buc-ee's? Patty says, love them. Cleanest bathrooms ever. Oh, my God. They're great. It's just great. Yeah. And Diane says, I need more coffee. Totally need more coffee. Hey, sorry. Instead of hitting the advance button, I clicked the hot button. So I went to the 7-day like 45 seconds early.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. That's why you're like standing there waiting.
No, I don't mind.
I was just like, well, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
I just need to. They're all like, you need more coffee is what you need. Definitely confirmed.
Buc-ee's coffee is always good.
You know, I've never had their coffee.
It's very good.
But you know why? This is a total. Okay. It's okay to make fun of me for this. They don't have sugar-free creamer.
Yeah. They're like, Buc-ee's is not a healthy stuff. I mean,
But like,
I might get canceled for saying that, but I mean, they have like everything there is just junk.
but throw some sugar. Like even Wawa has sugar-free creamer.
Wawa is good coffee.
Wawa has great coffee too. I've heard from producer Kelly, who's not a producer here anymore, but still she'll always be producer Kelly. Oh yeah, you ever work with her? No? Okay, producer Kelly, former producer Kelly. She's from like Pennsylvania. She says Sheetz is the sheet.
Sheets. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty snobby with my coffee, and I don't usually like gas station stuff, but
Wawa's good. She's always said Sheetz is better. Yeah. And I'll tell you, like Tim Hortons is.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stop at Wawa sometimes on the way in because we have a Starbucks right here. It doesn't open until 5.
Right.
Can we petition for Starbucks to open earlier? People would go.
Some people would
I
go.
would go.
Some people would go. Take some extra money when you go to Buc-ee's. Oh, that's correct.
Yeah, I think last time I was there, I spent like over $50.
Kevin's making fun. Buc-ee's and healthy in the same sentence. I know. I know.
Okay, and get the hot sauce too. I
What?
always ship it to my dad.
What hot? Like Buc-ee's hot sauce?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Buc-ee's
a thing?
brand hot sauce.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I just love their brisket and like their pulled pork. Like their barbecue is the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just recently had a Scooters and Eliano's, and I've loved that. I've never heard of that. Whoa.
Yeah, me neither.
Shauna says Wawa's better than Sheetz. I grew up in Pennsylvania. I've never had Sheetz, but I love Buc-ee's.
Oh, that's Kellyanne. She's from Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah. Kellyanne's off. We should call and wake her up. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
We should do that, though.
Wawa's good.
I'm from Pennsylvania, and Sheetz has great coffee. Yeah, they're all great. Listen, Heather says, just got back from Canada. Tim's is legendary. I do love Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Why don't they? Do they have any of those in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah. So I started enjoying Tim Hortons up in Ohio when I would go visit there.
It's like a north thing. I've never lived up north.
Yeah, I never lived up north either.
I will probably live now. I'll probably never live up north.
Barb says Wawa coffee is great. I'm from Pennsylvania, but so is McDonald's. I think McDonald's actually. McCafe's coffee.
This is another hot take too, though. Is like, when is there not a line at McDonald's?
Sure.
Like, I just don't. I don't want to wait.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. The one by the station at Horatio in 1792, that one used to be 24/7. I don't know that it is anymore.
There's one on Colonial that's 24/7.
Yeah.
Why do we know all this stuff?
Well,
We
because
know
we
where all
work.
the 24-hour
Listen, because we
McDonald's
work.
are.
When I was in West Palm, there was one pizza place that was open 24/7, and we used to have them delivered to the station in the morning sometimes. Wait, I bet you we asked Meredith McDonough, she'd remember that.
Yeah, I told Eric yesterday I had McDonald's for the first time in a long time
Yeah.
yesterday, and like I feel it today.
Yeah, you feel McDonald's the next day, but I feel like it's just one of those things. It's got to be a thing. Yeah. Frank says the first Wawa in Florida was by SeaWorld. Yep. We're from New Jersey.
Wow.
Wawa has great food also. I mean, I grew up going to Wawa in Jersey. Not all the time, but like when I was visiting, my grandfather has passed away, but lived in Freehold.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's just like, you know what it is? It's not far from where, it's not far from like Asbury Park where the boss is from.
Asbury Park, New Jersey is glorious.
Yeah.
That's where,
There's Jason.
what's
Yeah.
the little place there? Everybody performs.
Everybody performs? There's one guy in particular that's from there.
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
What's that guy's name? All right. So we've got a Today Show hit and then one more local, and then we can dive into the tropics. I apologize. Yeah. Does it seem like we're just chilling? We are. It's because listen, it's because I've got 1,000 hits.
We do this every day.
And this is what we do once we get into the show. And I can't like get into the tropics and then go do weather and then get into the it's just my brain is not going to operate that way. So let me get this set up. Eric, back in the day in Philly burbs, Wawa had a deli where they sliced lunch meat. I feel like I remember that though, Susie.
30 seconds, guys.
Isn't there a place like that on Robinson? It's like an Italian deli.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
Like
I
right by the
remember.
executive airport. I've passed by it many times.
Really?
And it's always popping in there.
I remember though
I'm sure locals know what
Wawa
I'm talking
doing that.
about.
I'm a local.
15.
Oh, you're talking about Beefy King.
No,
Never been there, guys.
no. What about the
You go.
the Italian shop on Robinson?
Oh, not on Rob. I sent Jimmy Fallon.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
I sent Jimmy Fallon to Beefy King.
You did.
I did.
Italian.
Stacio's. Megan might be thinking of
Yeah.
Stacio's.
Stacio's. Yes.
Look at that. Everybody's
Is it
chiming
good?
in.
Let me know.
Okay, is it good, everybody?
I gotta do this.
Pam remembers Freehold. Yeah, I spent a lot of time off Route 9 there in Freehold. Matt, my grandfather. Listen, the Freehold Mall and I, we were very close. My God, I love that y'all know Freehold. That's so funny. What a small world this is. All right, let me do the weather, and then one more weather, and then we can talk tropics. Beefy King is good. Oh yeah, Beefy King is still open. Absolutely.
Looks like they're moving back onto the shoulders, so the lane should be back open, but for now, there are some delays moving to this area. Also along State Road 417 northbound, it's down the road, there's a crash here onto the shoulder as well. But seeing some bright lights and busy throughout the morning on the roads here. How's the forecast looking today?
It's beautiful. Just a couple of clouds over top as we peek out over Lake County. A mix of clouds and sunshine this morning. Temperatures out the door are in the 70s, and our first warning live Doppler radar, rain-free over top, just a couple thunderstorms off the shoreline. So for today, we're adding in moisture, which means once we build in that heat, we'll get thunderstorms a-popping. 40% coverage 2 o'clock, but a 70% coverage at 5 p.m. Widespread thunderstorms today. We're under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Could get some feisty ones. Of course, we'll be tracking it for you. Okay, one more local hit for CW, and then we can talk tropics. Destiny says, push the right button. I pushed the right button that time. Yeah. Oh my God, how funny. Everybody's in on it. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Stacio's has the best breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, I'm like going back to
Go back to the boss at Asbury Park, New Jersey. Yeah.
I'm from Jersey. Of course I know Freehold. Yeah, the Raceway. What about Nathan's at Coney Island? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used to work off McGuire. We went to Beefy King. Okay, so real fast, my claim to fame is when Jimmy Fallon was here, when he was just taking over for the Tonight Show. I don't know if you know this story. When Jimmy Fallon was at the station, he did the noon show with us.
Really?
And his people, and he and his people off the air were like, where should we go for lunch? And I don't remember who, but some moron was like, go to Red Lobster. It's from Orlando.
It is?
Somebody did. I don't remember who. And I was like, you got to go to Beefy King.
Okay.
And he flipping went to Beefy King.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, a month later when I went into Beefy King, there was like a plaque on the wall, like, Jimmy Fallon comes to Beefy King. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, holy crap, I said Jimmy Fallon to Beefy King. I'm like, what? I did that. That was me. Totally random story, like, you know. But that was fun. Also, I was off of work that day, and I pretended I had to work so that I could meet Jimmy Fallon. That's a true story also. Amy Sweezy was like, Burris, what are you doing here? And I was like, shut up. Shut up. Oh, my God. What's Saturday looking like so far? Getting ready for pumpkins. All right, so let me pop up the 7-day forecast for you. So for pumpkins, I mean, it's going to be a little warm for pumpkins. Hold on, the radar's loading. It's going to be a little warm for pumpkins, but at least you've got mid-80s in the afternoon. It really doesn't look that bad, right? It's just, you know, it's going to be a little warm, but we can handle that. Okay, one more weather hit, and then we can look at the tropics, including the BSR, because there's actually something interesting to look at there. Yeah, my claim to fame is I sent Jimmy Fallon to Beefy King. It's true, though. It's true. Nick, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Julia, I see you met Al Roker. Was he nice and down to earth? 100%. Al was wonderful. But Al's the kind of personality that when he enters the room, you know he's Al Roker. He's very, very out there. Sweet as can be, but he's the guy. All right, let me do weather. Stand by. I'm tired.
Now, 8:30 dozens gathered for Menlo Fallen firefighter 25 with Connor Fernandez, who died in a motorcycle crash.
Look at that rain coverage. I'm here for it, Cindy says. Yeah. Yes, Amy was very funny, Denise. She's like, why are you here? And I'm like, Jimmy Fallon's here. I'm going to be working. Totally did that. All right, hold on a second.
Plus, I'm sticking for lawmakers to fund the deal or shut down the government, where negotiations stand this morning. And thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Mary Freetown.
I'm Jason Guy. We do have so much to cover. And it's a Monday, so we know it's back into the routine of things, especially after such a nice weekend. In Florida, people will buckle up. They were wearing coats down in the 60s on Saturday.
I'll tell you, it felt so nice. Here, I'll just Eric first from this. Now, Eric, we had a double header Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Like, okay, enjoyed my coffee.
Yes.
With the field, it felt great.
I was off of work, but I still do coffee talk, right? And I was sitting on the back porch, and I'm like, Oh, this is what it's like to have weekends off and sip coffee. That's what the HGTV people talk about. Like, oh, I just can't wait to imagine having coffee on my back porch. It was that kind of a weekend. Humidity is back, so now we're back to Florida. But at least it's beautiful. There's Daytona Beach. The Halifax is quiet, a mix of clouds and sunshine. It is going to be a great day until thunderstorms really get going. So I think by about 1, 2 o'clock, you need to start having alternate plans, right? 92 degrees our high temperature, 60, 70% coverage of thunderstorms. For now, we're waking up in the 70s. The 60s are done and over with. And at least for now, our first warning live Doppler radar is quiet. Just a little cluster of thunderstorms off the shoreline. So for today, upper 80s at the beaches, lower 90s inland. Sunshine makes way for an active afternoon. And as a matter of fact, this afternoon, we could get up to a 70% coverage of storms, but some of those will be strong. We're under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. We'll talk more about that and check the tropics in a couple minutes. Now at 8:33, here's Megan. Good morning.
Good morning, Eric. I'm monitoring a crash in the lake area.
Okay, it's tropics time, everybody. Please hold off on the rain until after tonight's game. As long as you know I don't actually have control over these things, right? As long as you know that. Ooh. Are we looking at anything severe? We could get some stronger storms today, for sure, yes. Okay. All right, let's talk about the tropics. Give me 2 seconds. I need to make sure that nothing is really changed. Okay, very good. Okay, all right. So let's talk tropics, friends. Let me get this computer all set up. The good news is that when it comes to the tropics, there's no big, overly concerning things, all right? First off, we've got Tropical Storm Felipe. Was named over the weekend. It's not going to be a big concern for us. Here's a look at the Atlantic Basin. Tropical Storm Felipe carries winds of 50 miles an hour. There it is, kind of out in the center of the Atlantic. Maximum sustained winds at 50. Expected to try and get perhaps a little stronger, but not much. Winds up to about 60, 65 miles an hour. That's leading up through about Saturday. Staying well to our east, no big deal there. Then, behind Felipe, you've got Invest 91, with a high likelihood of developing over the next 7 days' time, 80% chance. And then that moisture that's kind of funneling into our area, Hurricane Center at least watching for a low-end 10% chance of development. Basically, we've got the next couple of days if it were to try to get going. But then afterward, atmospheric conditions kind of just not favorable for that sort of development. So we'll watch. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah. We're planning things. We need merch to wear places. Oh my gosh, I need to chat with the boss again. I forgot about that. Yeah. All right, so Cindy's asking, what's the deal with that golf thing? So, I mean, it's something. It's at the moment, it's not a big concern, but it's just something to watch. So let's do this, okay? Let's take a minute and let's take a look at the raw computer models together, all right? Here's a look, and there you go. First off, we're nice and quiet, at least here locally. Let me widen this to the full basin view, okay? And we'll just kind of roll. And you can see, not really doing much. You've got Felipe kind of hanging out, and then Invest 91. You see that there? Just to the bottom right of it, kind of Fujiwara-ing. Not doing much, not doing much, not doing much. Not doing much. High pressure kind of over the deep south. Couple of things here or there, but nothing crazy. Yeah. Nothing crazy, and that's October 11th. That's as far as it goes. Maybe some lowered pressure over the Caribbean islands, but for now, the GFS not picking up on anything. All right, let's go back to the beginning. Let's look at the European model, and let's just roll through time. A couple of things out there in the open Atlantic, but nothing significant. Okay, we'll roll through, do its thing, recurve, and then right there, kind of interestingly, the European kind of trying to show a little something around the Gulf Coast, right? A little bit of a lowering of pressure around the Gulf Coast. That's October 5th. Now, the BSR, which is one of our long-range techniques, the BSR did kind of indicate something around the 5th of October, so It's interesting. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if that ends up doing anything. The bigger signal, at least on the BSR yesterday, and we'll have to look at this. The bigger signal on the BSR that we were looking at yesterday is more the 15th. So George is mentioning that everything turns north before getting close from the main development region. But you have to remember that once we start watching the Caribbean, okay, that's going to change things around just a little bit. Come October, particularly. Laura. So husband and I aren't officially married. However, we're planning our wedding. And as we were working on the guest list the other day, I had some of y'all's names. He said, "Who are these people?" And I told him it's my Coffee Talk family. Laura, I love that. Oh my God, I love that. And also, Mazel Tov to the two of you. I can't wait to hear about your forthcoming nuptials. I like that. I love that. I love that. Coffee Talk. Come for the weather, stay for the coffee. Yeah. Come for the weather, stay for the bad jokes. Or come for the coffee, leave because of the bad jokes. I don't know. All right, let's do this. Let's take a look at some ensembles. I just want to look together with you. GFS ensemble. I'm just going to go back to the beginning and we're just going to roll together with this. I just want to look and see if there's any indication of anything. A couple of ensemble members coming alive around early October, trying to show something perhaps out in the Gulf. Not much, but a little ensemble activity. Yeah, not much. And then we kind of start to see more around the 7th and the 8th. Yeah. The 11th. So there's definitely some ensemble support for something there. Yeah. All right. Now, that said, of course, that's one of the techniques that we use to track the tropics. The other technique, of course, is called the BSR. You're gonna have to give me a couple seconds to get that fired up on this computer. I'm of course running Coffee Talk out of WESH, but I'm running it out of a WESH weather computer as opposed to my MacBook. But I found a little hack yesterday, so we're gonna run that hack. Just give me a few seconds to set it up. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at the BSR together. And if you're not familiar with what the BSR is, okay, the BSR essentially takes the weather from a location elsewhere up in the Bering Sea, and it kind of gives us the chance to extrapolate that around. Now, there's a little indicator there. That's September the 26th. Let me just look and see. Stand by. That's like the 12th and 13th. But there again, so now that's kind of an interesting little dynamic there, friends. So that is a pretty consistent indicator, okay? If we go back one run, still an area of low pressure there. Go back 2 runs, still an area of low pressure. If we go back 3 runs, still, yeah. So that's, at least at the moment, it's like Mobile area. Could there be a little something around Mobile? 20, that's around the 15th. So to me, around the 15th, my friends, the 15th of October I'm talking about. All right, around the 15th of October, I would say we're probably going to be at least having to entertain the idea of something tropically around Mobile. Hopefully nothing too strong, but that's a pretty clear indicator around the 15th. All right, so we're getting to the point of hurricane season where the LRC recycles itself and we kind of have to watch for the new pattern. And this is very much a different part of the pattern. All right. So let's watch that. Let's continue on from there. All right. So that's the 15th. Let's see what else we've got. Showing some consistency for sure. A little weak something thereafter. Oh, and then kind of just hanging out. Look at that. That is a massive storm system. That's probably a severe weather type event. Let's see. That's the. Let's see. That's. What is that? That's October. 1, 2. So that's the 25th. All right. October 25th. I'm guessing quite a potent cold front and a real like nasty severe weather kind of thing for the deep south, and then turning cooler. I'd say the 25th into the 26th. That's a real decent signal for some cool. I'm just going backward to see. Like that's a decent little signature there. September. Yeah, that's a decent signature there around the 29th. So that's like mid-October. You've got that little some sort of tropical something that may bring some cool air down, but it looks like, at least on this, a real potent cool front and storm system. What is that? That's October 8th. So like the 25th. So Halloween week, it looks like we could get a nice little hit of cooler air. But in terms of the tropics, right there, that's the 15th or so of October. So we'll see how it plays out. The BSR, though, kind of being a little consistent with that. And when you've got consistency breeds confidence. So there you go. All right. So that's it. That's the magic 8-ball of sorts. Anybody have any questions? No more Gulf storms. I mean, we're entering into a new pattern, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Angela's asking anything for November 12th. I have poker run in Melbourne. It's too early for that. It's too early for November, unfortunately. All right. That looks like some dangerous storms. Well, it's remember, we're looking at some different things than normal, so we're just looking for signatures more than anything. All right. That's what we got. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Otherwise, I'll pop up the 7-day forecast one last time for your approval. Stormy weather the next couple of days, including today. Highs in the 90s today, tomorrow, then back to the 80s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right? Any questions, comments, concerns? Anthony's asking, October formation is in the Gulf. So typically, when we look to the month of October, we actually do start to watch the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico for tropical development. That's kind of the normal pathway of sorts. It definitely starts to come in a little bit more than the full, like, tropical Atlantic. Yeah. All right. Anything else? Debbie, so no Disney today? I would just say, if you're going to go to Disney, be aware there's going to be plenty of thunderstorms. All right? All right. I've got more news, an hour and a half-ish of more news on CW18, and then we're back on WESH 2 for WESH 2 News at noon. And I'll be tweeting and posting to Facebook, and we will have an afternoon coffee talk at 3:30. Yeah. Any closing thoughts? Anything?
Have a great week. You got to get through the valleys.
You got to get through your Mondays to get
to
through.
the highs.
There it is. Bye, guys. Be the sunshine in someone else's day.